All right. Dana Johnson here today with Ryan Hungate with Simplifeye. And I met Ryan a few weeks ago at the annual ADOM convention in Nashville. And Ryan and his team showed me this amazing new product. So I had to get on with Ryan and show everybody this amazing new product that they can use in their dental practice. So Ryan, why don't you come on board and tell us a little bit about you and how your product came about?
Cool. Well, thanks for the introduction, Dana. Yeah, super excited to be on and tell everybody a little bit about Simplifeye. I'm actually an orthodontist. Went through everything that every dentist that I'm talking to right now went through. But I actually had a little bit of a different beginning. I started off at Apple, and I designed what most people now experience as the workflow or the retail flow when you walk into an Apple store. So kind of I walk in, I'm greeted by somebody, and I'm moved very strategically throughout the entire store until you efficiently walk out with something in your hand. One thing I noticed was that none of that applies to the dental practice. It's kind of a by the seat of our pants, or somebody has a process in line to take care of all of that, but it just doesn't work as efficiently as it should. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to tie brand new things like wearables like the Apple Watch in with our existing electronic health records and make dentists more efficient at what they do and allow them to do what they do best, be doctors, and then we'll take care of all the headache style things about where do I go next, what am I doing when I get there. There's things that we do every single day that we don't really recognize. We do, like something I always did when I'd walk in and see a patient, I'd say, hey buddy, how's it going? And that was only because I had no clue what the patient's name was, right? And then all of a sudden I'd walk over to the chart, I'd see what the name was. Oh, Tim, that's great. Good to see you today. And every single dentist does this, but that's just how it is. But the patient kind of notices this. They're like, okay, now he understood who I was, what's going on today. And that also took some time. That's what we don't realize. We kind of repeat ourselves over and over, and it's just what we've gotten used to, and that's okay. But it's these small little pieces of time where it's, 3 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 30 seconds here, where at the end of the day, that adds up to an hour, 2 hours, and we could have either seen more patients in that amount of time, or we could have taken off for the golf course or to go home and see our families just a little bit sooner, which sounds really good to me. So that's where my team and we really got together and came up with this product called Simplifeye. And we made it for dentists, specifically for dentists, to solve these problems that we deal with every single day. And we actually entered ourselves into an accelerator out here in New York called AngelPad. We were accepted out here to AngelPad. It's actually the most prestigious accelerator in the nation right now. You can check it out in Forbes magazine. And it's kind of a cool thing when dentistry gets noticed by these large tech accelerators. I mean, we are in this class with some amazing technology that you're going to see in other aspects of your life very, very soon. But dentistry is being recognized as one of these big things and one of these great markets. And we're just excited because we get to bring the tech scene now to dentistry. We get to bring these new technologies like the Apple Watch that might not have normally seen dentistry for a couple more years, maybe even more than that, or ever. And we get to introduce it next week, which is pretty cool. And you were asking about what time we're going to be releasing it to the App Store, and that's when you'll be able to check us out on the App Store.
Great. Yeah. You see a patient probably every 20, 30 minutes. And in the general practice, even though they may not see that many patients, being able to personalize and know exactly why you're walking into that room and what the patient's name is, maybe a little bit about their medical history before you even walk in is huge, because that's just upping that level of customer service for that doctor.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think what we did is when we created Simplifeye, we surveyed hundreds of dentists, and we said, okay, what do you want to do every time you go and you see a patient? And then also, what do you wish you did every time you saw a patient? So what happened is we recognized that doctors always want to know kind of a brief topical view of what am I doing today? We want to know who the patient is, when did I see them last? When was the last time they were in? Do I need to take some x-rays on this patient? Were x-rays taken? And then also, one of the things that people said they wish they also looked at all the time, which is kind of a scary one for me, but I would guess that I would be a culprit of this as well, is medical alerts. You know, we assume that every patient is healthy until otherwise noted, right? Until you get that folder that looks like a highlighter just burst all over it, and you're like, okay, something might be wrong with this patient, right?
Exactly.
So we need to deep dive into this healthcare record. So if you don't see that though, and you miss that, even in our brief runs, beta runs with these doctors, we watched plenty of doctors walk up with latex gloves on to patients who had latex allergies. That's a bad day when when you touch those patients with latex gloves. So these are things that Simplifeye brings to the front. Okay, so when I'm going through my day and I'm looking at, okay, where do I go next? I'm going to chair 5. Oh, there's a little, right front and center latex allergy. I'm never going to miss that again and never have to worry about that. So not only does it save us time, but it also saves us the worry of, did I miss something that's really crucial?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And since you put it right in front of their face, they don't have to go looking for it.
Exactly. There's no more searching through. We love Dentrix, we love EagleSoft, all these things that everybody has to have, right? But we only have these electronic health records because we have to have them. We don't really enjoy using health records. I still haven't met that person yet, right? It starts in dental school. We use Axiom. It's just miserable. And then you go to private practice thinking it's going to be something so much better, and well, it's a little bit more of the same. It's a little bit better, but the user experience is just not there yet, right? And it's getting better. And we work with Dentrix. We love Dentrix. And it's getting a lot better, but it's just not there yet. And what we said, we go, okay, it's fine for what it is, right? We're going to always have to dig deep into the electronic health record, but what we want to have is the data that we need instantly, right when we need it, in our face, which we can give to the doctor on their watch.
Great. So I can't wait to see the product. So let's show it off to everybody.
All right, sounds good. Let me pull that up.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
All righty then. All right, you can see it?
I can see it.
All right, fantastic. So what you're looking at here is the Simplifeye system taps into your existing Dentrix existence, okay? Very simple install. Basically, you sign up for our service through our website at simplifeye.co. You log in, you download the installer, you've got your Apple Watch, the app will be on the App Store, which is what you're looking at here. It downloads to the watch, you log in on both sides, and you're ready to roll. Okay, no more setup needed. So then after that, what's going to happen is what you're seeing here is the current patients that are actually checked into a chair. So what we want to tell the doctor is the doctor doesn't really care about every patient that's sitting in a chair, right? All they care about is the patients that they need to be seeing right now, okay? So that's when the patient actually shows up on this list, okay? So when the assistant says, this patient is ready to be seen by a doctor, that's when they show up, okay? So you'll see on there, okay, we've got Derek, Damon, Thomas, and Barbara, right? And you can see also on here, they're all color-coded, right? So the reason that they're color-coded is that this gives you a quick view of what actually is going on in your office, okay? So I can say, okay, I just numbed up a patient in chair 3, and normally I'd sit there and I'd shoot the breeze with the patient while they're getting numb for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Well, now I can actually scroll down and say, okay, there's a red patient in seat 9. I can go hop over there because I know that's a prophy, and I can knock out a prophy check in 3 minutes, and I can be back before my patient's ready to go. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Very cool. So what's nice is, like, as this pulls from the cloud as well, this all updates every single minute, okay? And the other nice thing about this is that everything is contained within your practice. And what I mean by that is we are 100% HIPAA certified, okay? So basically you can go through, everything is HIPAA compliant, and everything is maintained on your server. We only read your data, we don't write to it. So everything's really safe, and nothing ever leaves and goes to our cloud. A lot of people ask that question, so I thought I'd just cover that. So once you actually choose the patient, so let's say we want to go and we want to check out what's going on with Derek. You actually can choose the patient. You can see more about them, and you'll see, okay, well, Derek's got a health condition. He's got a latex allergy, and he's got some excessive bleeding problems, right? So what's nice is this always comes up first and makes you look at it, right? You cannot get past this screen and miss it. So once I click OK, it actually takes me to what's going on today. All right, so we've got there, female, chair 3. We go to the next screen. Today, I'm doing a root canal. Okay, so right away, I know what's going on. Okay, previous visit, okay, we did a comprehensive oral evaluation and that led to that. This is all information that gets me going, right? Now, if I want to dive deeper into that, I can look at more. I can see their past medical history. I can see, you know, any other notes with that. All right.
Good.
So basically, you can also see, you know, you can scroll down the list. Okay, Barbara, she's yellow, so she's going to be an FPD of some sort. You know, Barbara needs a pre-med with amoxicillin. That's a big one to cover. And then also you can see actually what's going on with Barbara today. Okay. You can see like this is a new patient visit for Barbara.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. Now, the one thing that you're probably wondering about, which is one of the cooler things that we can talk about too, this is going to be the current app that you see in the App Store. And this is what we are releasing first here. And I can actually close out of this now. There we go. Can you see me now?
I can, yes.
So basically, this is the app that's going to be in the App Store in a week, okay? And you'll be able to go to our website, purchase it, and use it in your practice right away. And you can have a lot of fun.
Can you show us, you have the Apple Watch on your wrist right now.
Yeah.
Do you have it loaded on that product right now?
Let's see here. Yeah, I do. Let me pull it up. I can actually log in right now. One moment. One thing that I can talk about while I'm logging in is the other cool part to our product. And this is kind of the most magical part of everything is that, and I'm sure that Dana is excited for me to actually talk about this too. So one thing I'll mention is that we're going to be at the ADA this next week from Thursday to Saturday. We want you to definitely stop by our booth. And check out our product because this is where we're going to be showing this next piece of technology. So one of the aspects that I've always found with you know, sitting with a patient is everything I do is 20/20 hindsight. I'm always sitting there. I've always got my drill in hand. I'm doing work, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to look at that bite wing before I do any more work, right? But then what do I have to do? I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to set the drill down. I have to take off my gloves, go over to the electronic health record, pull up all of the information, and actually look at the bite wing, right? Everything's fine, but the problem is I just wasted 2 to 3 minutes doing that, right? Because then I got to re-glove, pick the drill back up, and sit down. So the problem with that is that everything's done. I'm touching everything. That's a problem. Well, with Simplifeye, now what you're going to be able to do is you don't have to take off your gloves at all. You can actually put your, tilt your wrist towards you and say, show me the last panoramic x-ray. And because our technology is smart, we actually know which screen that you're standing closest to, and it will actually throw that image to the screen you're standing closest to, kind of evoking an Iron Man or Minority Report type of effect.
That sounds good. Yeah, I can't wait to see that live next week at the ADA convention.
Absolutely. So let me show you that app that I'm pulling up right now.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get it close enough to the screen for you.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so I don't know if you can you see my watch?
Yes. There you go.
So you can see it's pulling from the same cloud, and it's actually showing that information, and you can actually scroll through it, and you can actually choose the patient, and it will actually show you, just what you saw on the screen. And it shows you the medical alert first, and then you can actually scroll through that information, and you can actually go through, and you can actually see everything on there.
I love it.
Cool.
And didn't you say that it'll buzz on your wrist too?
Yeah, so that's one thing that we'll be rolling out too. So you'll actually know a lot of times I'll be sitting at my desk and just kind of taking care of the day-to-day business of the product or of the practice, and it will actually buzz on your wrist and kind of say, "Hey, time to get going." Yeah.
You need to go to Op 3.
Yeah, you need to head out there. So that's another thing that we're doing too.
Good. Well, we will do another video at the ADA, and so we can show to the audience members that won't be available at the ADA. We'll be able to show them that X-ray viewing system. I'm super excited to see that. So I will see you at the ADA next week, and
one more quick thing to add too.
Yeah.
I mentioned that we could throw X-rays up there, but another thing that we can definitely throw are educational videos. So when you're talking to a patient, a lot of times, we have this beautiful educational content that we always all pay for, and then we hardly ever use because it takes time to go and pull that up. So now what you're able to do is you're able to say, show dental implant demo, and it will throw that to the screen standing next to you as well.
Now, is that your educational software, or is it integrated with one of the?
We're going to be integrating with one of the educational software video people.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so it should be pretty cool.
Good. Anything else?
That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's all the magic for right now.
Yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait to see it next week. Well, I will get this video up on my blog within the next week, and then you will probably see it up on Dental Products Report and other newsletters in the next week or so. And when is your launch date?
So we'll hit you with the official date, but we should be in the App Store sometime around Thursday next week, but hopefully sooner than that.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Ryan, for your time today. I really appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it as well. Thank you so much.